Alright guys, how you doing? It's Rabea. I hope you're all doing extremely well today. So in this video, we're looking at the brand new Seymour Duncan Powerstage 200. Some of you may have heard of or have the Powerstage 170. Well, this is a brand new updated version of that with a little bit more power and a bunch of other extra features. So like the name suggests, this is a 200 watt power amplifier. It's a Class D power amplifier, and the idea here is that you use this in conjunction with, let's say, your pedal board or your modeler. Essentially, it basically gives you a power section that you can run into a cabinet. But what's nice about this is it's also got a couple of extra things built into it that make it a little more versatile than just a power section. To me, this product feels like it's aimed mostly at those people that use modelers like Helix or AxeFX or Kempers or anything like that you need to run into a cab live. Or let's say you have a pedal board with a bunch of different preamp pedals and all that kind of stuff, and you just need to be able to power it. You would use something like this. This is where this product sits for me. Firstly, I love the way it looks with the brushed aluminium plate and that engraved Seymour Duncan logo. It's proper cool. And I also like the fact that it's got a hi-fi kind of vibe to it with the big volume knob. Something else I want to point out is its size. So if I put my hand over it, look how small it is. It's really, really small. And that's the 200 watt power section, so pretty cool. Anyway, let's look at the layout. So this is your master volume, whether you're running this to a cab or whatever, this is your master volume. The lights along the bottom indicate basically your power amp clipping and your preamp clipping. So if you start to run too much signal to this, this will jump on, so you know you're clipping your signals. Along the top here, we've got our phones level, which also acts for our line out level. We've got bass, we've got mid, we've got treble, and we've got presence. And above those, you can see there's two little switches here. This punches in the EQ section for the line out, in and out if you want that. And this punches in the cab sim. So it's got a preloaded IR into the Powerstage 200. If you want to run this into your interface or front of house, you can do that and engage that with this. Likewise, if you don't want the cab sim on, if you just want to send the signal from, say, your modeler through with your own cabs on it, you could do that. On the back of the Powerstage, as you can see, you've got your input, your aux in, you've got phones out there, you've got XLR out, 2 1/4-inch speaker jack outs, so for your cabinets, and basically your power as well. So it's super simple, and on the front as well, we've got a little fan to keep the whole thing cool. So in this video, I wanted to demonstrate the Powerstage in a couple of different applications. So firstly, I've got a Kraken V4 preamp pedal that's running into the Seymour Duncan Dark Sun, which is Mark Holcomb's signature digital delay and reverb from Seymour Duncan, because I figured it was, keep it on brand, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to try that first, and that's going to be running into both a V30 loaded Victory 1x12 cabinet, and I'm taking the line out, and John can blend between the two. He'll annotate when you're listening to the line out and when you're listening to the cab. The cab is mic'd up with a Shure SM7B, and I'm going to be using both my signature model Chapman guitar and my Fender Strat. We're going to do clean tones and stuff like that. So that's the kind of first demonstration. Then the second demonstration is going to be listening to it with a modeler. So I've got my Frog Leap Helix board on the floor here, and I'm going to take the mono out of that into the Powerstage 200, and then we can hear that again through both the cab and the line out as well. So yeah, basically there's loads of different applications to use this thing in, so let's just crack on and have a listen to it. Okay, so one of the first things that I just wanted to do, just for the sake of trying it, was just going straight into it. Well, actually, straight into it. I mean, I'm going into the Dark Sun from Seymour Duncan for some reverb and delay, but then just going straight into the Powerstage 200. You'll be able to hear both the cab and the line out as John will blend between the two. But yeah, basically, I just wanted to show you what it sounds like straight in, like a clean sound, so we can mess with the EQ a bit. So I'll make sure that the EQ is active on the line out, which it is. And you've also got the cab sim on there as well. So let's have a listen. So it's very, very much just a clean amplifier, of course, but that's what we expected. So what I'm going to do now is throw in a little bit of reverb and delay. Take a little bit of the mids out. So it really just is a clean power amp, you know, but it feels nice. It's like it feels almost like there's a tiny bit of compression in there or something, but yeah, I obviously had to boost the presence and the treble loads for that, you know, just because there's no preamp in there. But that's why we've got the Kraken preamp. So the next thing we're going to do is try the Kraken preamp into the Dark Sun, into the Powerstage 200. So let's check that out. Okay, so now we're on to the Kraken V4 preamp. As you can see, I'm running it on the red channel. And I'm just going to give you a demonstration with and without the Dark Sun running into the cabinet so you can hear how it sounds. Here we go. Okay, so now we're going to try the Powerstage with a modeler. Now I could use the Kemper, but it's all racked in and it's the powered Kemper anyway, so I thought probably better to use the Helix. So I've got my Frog Leap Touring Helix here, and it's running into the Powerstage 200. Now all these sounds are set up for my Shuriken straight into a PA, so it's going to be a bit different. Obviously it's going to sound how it sounds for Frog Leap, but I'll try and demonstrate and dial in some tones whilst we go so that you can hear how it sounds alongside the Powerstage. So here we go. This is one of the tones from Genie in a Bottle, actually, and this is how it sounds. It's basically a tube screamer and like a high gain head. So for a preset straight out of the Frog Leap set, I actually thought it sounded really good. Again, it's quite a tight sound, and I don't know if that's so much the preset as it is the power section or however it works, but it feels nice. It's a really nice feeling overdrive, distortion sound that I just got, and yeah, it basically, coming out of the V30 cabinet, it sounds really fat, so I'm happy with that. Anyway, I grabbed the Strat and I've loaded up a different preset. This is for heathens now, so this is the sort of clean intro. So I grabbed the Strat and this is what it sounds like. Yeah, it feels great, and you know, it sounds really good. The thing that I'm enjoying about this is that I've got so much control over the level that it just feels really nice, especially out of a cab. You know, normally I'm used to having a valve amp, which is really hard to control at low volumes. Obviously, we're using everything digital here, so I'm enjoying it. I don't normally do that. You know, obviously I've got my valve amps and my load boxes, but this is cool. This is a nice way of doing things. It's enjoyable and it sounds really good. So that was a nice clean tone. Let's carry on, find something else. So I've just found on the Ghostbusters verse tone that I can use a Strat and get a really nice fat sort of sound. And the cool thing is that there was quite a lot of mids here, but it's like intense. But I can actually back that off on the Powerstage. Same with the treble if I don't want it to be quite so pokey. And I haven't even touched anything to do with the preset yet. All I did was turn the IR off, so I can actually control loads of the tone with the Powerstage. So that's actually really cool. Found like a pushed clean sound. Well, there you go. There is a look at the Seymour Duncan Powerstage 200 amplifier. I've got to admit, given its size and the way it looks and the sort of adaptability of it and the expandability of it, I think it's really, really cool. It's a really cool product. I've never normally got used for this kind of thing because I usually use valve amps, pedal boards. I'm way more, not old school, but just like the more sort of traditional approach. I don't really use modelers live as such, and if I do, they go straight to front of house. However, I totally see the benefit of this kind of product because if you, like I said, run preamps and you have a pedal board and you just want to power it, you just want to get the pedal board tones you know and love, power them, something like this is very cool, especially because you've got XLR out, you know, you've got 2 speaker outs on the back, and yeah, it's got an EQ as well, so you can even further tweak your tone beyond your pedal board just based on this as well. So that's really, really handy. Well, anyway, thank you for watching this video. Thank you, Seymour Duncan, for sending this little beast over for me to try out. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and the tones we captured. Let me know in the comment section below. I will link this in the description box. Please like, subscribe, and share. I've been Rabea, and I will see you all very soon.